Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video we are going to see how to fetch the products by category in our PHP project. So we will be selecting one category. So when I click on this mobiles, I have to be able to see the mobiles. So let's get started with it. So we'll go to our code and in your categories.php we have this card over here, right? So we have to make this card as clickable. So we'll add a tag and the closing tag will be pasted after the card. Okay, so over here. And in the href you can just say products.php question mark category, or you can just say c is equal to and print your category slug over here. So you can just copy it from here and paste, say item of slug. So we'll create a file with this name products.php, say new file products.php, and just copy the same thing from your categories.php and paste it over here, home/collections/ the category name which we are viewing. Okay, so we need to fetch that category name and display it over here also. So for that we'll just add a function over here, say $category is equal to, in your user functions we have that function called get all active. So we'll just create one more function to get the single row which is active. So we'll just copy this function and paste it over here, get by id, or you can just say get id active. Okay, so in this you are specifying the table and id, say where id equal to this and status is equal to 0. So over here we will be having the function name. So copy this and paste it over here. So we don't have the product id, right? We have the slug of that category. So let me just show you. Refresh. So when you click on this you can see you have got category equal to mobiles. So we have this slug. And when you go for electronics you have the slug which we have inserted. So using that slug we have to fetch the category id, then only we can fetch the product that belongs to that category id. So for that we'll just create another function over here which will use the slug to fetch the records. So just say get slug. Okay, and in this we are just going to pass the slug instead of id. Okay, so this is for single record, right? So you can just give limit over here, limit 1. So here we are going to use the slug function. So get slug active, and you have to pass your slug in this. So you are going to fetch it from the URL, right? So I'm going to say $category slug is equal to $_get of this name which we have given in your categories.php, right? So this thing you can just copy and paste it in this $_get semicolon. Okay, and now we'll just pass this slug, and the first argument was the table name, right? So we are taking it from the categories table. Okay, so this $category will have the current category in this variable. So you can just use this and print it over here, say $category of name, and then copy that same thing and paste it over here. So here we have the old code, right, which we just copied from the categories. So this card design we will just keep it the same thing. So this thing we are not going to change. We will start from here. Okay, so products is equal to get products by category. We have to write the function get prod by category, and I'll copy that, create a function over here, function, and in this we are going to pass the category id. Okay, So we have the category ID over here. In this thing, you can just take and paste it over here, category of ID, and store it in a variable called $CID, or you can just say something category underscore ID. So I will just copy this and paste it over here. So in your get product by category, we are taking this category ID as the argument. So we have to specify that over here. Say dollar category ID, and then we are just going to select all the records from the product table which matches to this category ID. Okay, so just say select star from products. So this function, we are just fetching the products, right? So you can directly mention the table name over here with this category ID. So you can just say where category ID is equal to dollar category ID, and status is equal to 0. You can just remove this limit 1 because we are taking multiple records, and then you are just returning that. Then we'll have all the products list in this products variable. We'll check if MySQL numbers of this products is greater than 0. Then we will just iterate through it and then print this. So in this a tag, I'll just remove and paste as hash over here. So except that, everything looks good. Just change the alt text to product name, and the image field is same image and the name is also same. So now it looks good. Let's go and check the output. Go and refresh. So when I click on mobiles, okay, there's some issue over here. This is because we have not used the MySQL fetch array over here. We have directly used it like this. So what I'm going to do is category data. I'll just rename this variable, and I'll create another variable. Dollar category is equal to MySQL fetch array, and pass this category data variable in that. Paste. Okay. So now that should work. Yeah. So you have got your category name over here, mobiles, and over here also. So let's make this clickable. Just bring it to the next line. Okay. So add an a tag to this, and the href is going to be categories.php. Categories.php. Similarly for this home also, we will just paste it. Okay. Okay. So this thing is not required. So if you click this, it has to reload the same page. So it's not required. Refresh, and you'll just add a text white class to that. A class is equal to text white. Refresh. Okay. And this decoration, we just remove it in your custom.css. Inside your CSS, custom.css. Over here, you can just say all the a tags, text, decoration, none. Okay. So that underline will disappear now. Yeah. So when I click collections and when I go to electronics, so when there are no data available in that category, it says no data available. So you'll just see over here, no data available, we have printed over here. So what if this is been changed? Okay. So you see you're getting an error, right? So for this thing, we have a solution. So this is because there are no categories available with this slug. So when you're trying to fetch that over here, you're getting the error in this category underscore data. So you have to check if this is true, only then you are going to go inside. And you have one more condition over here. When this category is not present over here, then you will get this undefined array key category. So for this also you have a solution, that you have to check if this is set. Okay, dollar underscore get of category. We are going to check if this is set, only then we are going to go further. So we'll start with it. Say if is set of, just copy this and paste dollar underscore get of category. Only then we are going to proceed. Okay, so you can just paste it over here. And you can give a else part and give a message. Say echo something went wrong. Refresh. So you have got this thing over here. You can either redirect the user or give a button over here. Go to categories page or something like that. And then this condition is done where the category is missing from the URL. So when you're fetching this MySQL fetch array, you're getting that error. So we will just check if this is true. Only then we are going to proceed further. Okay. So I will just say if dollar category, only then it's just going to proceed. Control X, paste it over here. Okay. And this else part you can just copy and paste it over here. Save, refresh, so it's gone. Okay. So if you give the wrong slug, it will say something went wrong. Or if this category is missing and just put something else, still it's going to say something else wrong. Okay. I will go to your categories. There is a lot of space over here. We'll just reduce it. So where you have this after the banner, right? So here you have py5, right? We'll just make it to 3 and check. Refresh. Okay, this kind of looks good. And we'll reduce the size from h1 to h2. Refresh. Okay. So that's it in this video, guys. We have seen how to fetch the products under each category in our PHP project. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.